Hi friends, and welcome to Lemon Tree Corner. If you don't know me, my name is Heather and I run a small handmade business called Lemon Tree Corner where I make purses and bags and project bags for makers like you. And welcome back to all of my loyal followers. I love having you guys spend time with me and glad to have you back again this week. So this week in the studio we are going to be grouting the Mosaic lamp. If you saw last week's video, my sister and I did a Mosaic lamp workshop. So we're going to grout that all out like regular tile in your house. And then I'll show you the finished product after it's all done. When you're grouting, it looks very white and you're thinking, how is the light going to shine through this? But once you have the light bulb in and everything, it looks really magical. So I'll share that with you. And then also I've got some footage of us at the craft fair. And just want to give you a recap of how I'm feeling after all of that went down. And then we also get to pull a drawing prize winner. So this was the prize, along with a skein of yarn. So I've got all the drawing entries in here, and we're gonna pull one at the end of the recap. And also got this in from Amazon. This is what we're going to use for the top of the felt ornaments to attach them to hang them with. So it's just a little candy cane twine, very similar to the twine I use for the shop. So that's good, you know, just regular twine. And I wanted to show you progress on our Christmas blanket. So I got a few more stripes done. I finished that kit and I started on the next kit. So we're just chugging along here. Where are we? Here we are. So the last time you saw it, we were working on the stripe, this little checkerboard pattern. So we finished that. And then we did this weird crisscross stripe, which was triple crochets. And you had to like do one and then go back and do the other one behind it over here and skip. It was a whole thing. So that was interesting. And now we're on to this double post double crochets. So we're going, we're doing a front post in the front, and then when we switch sides, we're doing a back post. So we just get kind of this ribbed effect. So that's been fun, catching up on that. And I've kind of been avoiding the felt ornaments. So now that the craft show's over and I feel like I've, you know, I stress myself out about these things. So it was unnecessary stress, but it was still stress. So now that that's done, I can get back to the felt ornaments and have some fresh perspective on that. Okay, so is it totally weird that I've been playing Christmas music this whole time? I'm finding it very weird to weave the Christmas music in because I'm not just working on Christmas stuff. I've got the craft show stuff. And then like when we were at Bath and Body Works, I didn't want to play the Christmas music over the Halloween candles. So then I picked a Halloween, like a spooky song. And then last week we had the Mosaic lamp and I wanted to pick, you know, Middle Eastern music that was going to tie in better with the feel of what you were looking at. Because playing Christmas music over that just seemed really weird. So let me know in the comments if you've been very confused by the music. I think I'm just gonna keep going with the Christmas music from now on. So, but yeah, it's been very weird for me. What else? Oh, also pop it down in the comments if you've done a craft fair before. You know, do you have a business that you've worked at a craft fair, or like my sister helped somebody in your family like set up a craft fair booth, or do you like going to craft fairs? So put it in the comments, especially like since the whole pandemic thing hit. We're just getting back into having in-person craft fairs. So I know a lot of people were hit hard by not being able to do that for 2 years and just getting back into it. So let me know. And as always, if you like this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up, made a comment. If you've watched more than one of my videos, I would love it if you would become a subscriber. We're at about 360 right now. I would love to hit that 500 mark before the end of the year. And when we hit that 500 mark, I will do another drawing for all of our subscribers. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably make a special bag. I have autumn fabric and Christmas fabric. I don't want to make it too, I celebrate a secular Christmas, but not everybody celebrates Christmas. So maybe if I can find more of a winter fabric, we can make more of a winter New Year's bag and have that be the drawing prize. So that would be nice, and maybe we'll make it an actual wristlet or purse instead of just a project bag, because I know a lot of you out there are not crocheters or knitters and just would appreciate a bag. So maybe we'll make it a fun New Year's Eve bag. Hopefully we'll get to 500 by New Year's Eve. We'll just put that out in the universe that we'll be at 500 before New Year's Eve. How about that? Okay. And I just wanted to give you a quick recap of the craft fair and how that went. I have not done one in 7 years, and I've only done a few before that. So it's always a little nerve-wracking for me. It's one of those things where you put your product out in the universe and you hope somebody likes it, somebody buys it. Well, I've got them on the website, but then people have to know about the website. You guys have to know about it and go to it and like something and pick something out. And you don't get to touch it and feel it and see the quality. So it's a little difficult for some people to buy things online. So I totally get that, which is why when my sister suggested doing a few craft fairs this year to get things rolling, I was like, yeah, that's a really good idea, but I haven't made anything specifically for a craft fair. So it's a little different of a vibe, a little different of a crowd, which is you really need to sell to the craft fair crowd, and they're looking for a smaller price point, usually committing to about $20 max for one item, and a lot of my purses are selling for a lot higher than that. So it's kind of a big commitment. Plus, I like making the project bags. So I have a lot of project bags, which, normal, average people walking around a craft fair don't even know what that is, or if you're not a knitter or crocheter, you're not gonna really wanna buy a project bag. So that's the problem you run into at a craft fair when you've made such a specific niche for yourself as far as making things. So I had all my little wristlets and things that I thought were gonna do well. They didn't do very well, unfortunately. So even that 22 price point, the 16 price point, I thought those would go better. So the good news is I have plenty of bags for the next show, so I don't have to scramble and make a ton of stuff for the next show. Bad news is, I didn't really get to sell as many of my bags as I would have liked. And this is the first time seeing people's reactions to my bags. So I kind of just have to look at it as market research. People definitely gravitated more towards the cute fabrics, like the ice cream cones and the sunglasses. So I know I'm on the right track with those. They were very ooh shiny when it came to those, and gravitated towards those. And then, your head's reeling with, well, I should make lots of little coin purses for little kids, like a smaller price point that everybody's gonna want for the craft fairs. But then again, it's like, okay, that's not really what I'm after making. So it's like, yeah, I can spend some time and make some smaller items for this upcoming craft fair. But then you have to think, am I making to sell at craft fairs, or am I making to sell online? And ultimately, where I want to be selling is online. So I might put a little bit of time into making some smaller items for the kid-friendly items, especially because it's going to be a fair as we're gearing up for Christmas presents. So it would be something that you could buy as a Christmas present for your kids. So I think that would be a good idea to have those things. Ironically, the items that sold the most were the neck pillows and the eye pillows that I used to make back in the day. So it's kind of funny because I used to do the aromatherapy with the neck pillows and the eye pillows, and totally switched gears to the bags because that stuff didn't sell very well and it had a shorter shelf life. So it's not like I could keep it around in a Tupperware bin for a year until the next craft fair season comes along. So that's why I switched over to bags. So I had brought those items just as, well, let's just put everything out on the table and hopefully I can sell some of these things. And sure enough, those are the things that sold. So it's kind of mind-boggling to me what was selling. I don't plan on making more of those things. Maybe I'll make more of the eye pillows because they're a lower price point. Funnily enough, I did cut out tons of fabric because I like to be an assembly line. So when I was making the neck pillows originally, I had pre-cut a bunch of fabric at that size. Now, it's a big enough size that I could repurpose that to be like coin purses or something. So they don't have to be used for the neck pillows. But it's just kind of funny because I have like a whole drawer of fabric cut at that size. So we'll see what I could do with that. And then the Progress Keepers actually were the best seller, which is funny. We kind of repurposed them as zipper pulls or charms because, you know, obviously everybody at the craft fair was not a knitter or crocheter and doesn't know what a Progress Keeper is or wouldn't be using it for that anyway. So we just kind of rebranded them, and I'll have to change the signs for the next show. But everybody really got a kick out of those. Those were the best sellers. They're priced at $150, so they're really a good price point for a craft fair. I had already ordered more from Etsy, where I've been getting them from, and I had already ordered a bunch of Christmassy themed ones because it's right before Christmas, the next show. So hopefully, you know, those will come in. We'll get them all ready to go for the next craft fair, and I can sell more of those. But it was an interesting thing just to see what people gravitated towards, how people entered the booth, because you're always wondering about your booth setup. So my sister and I are regrouping for the next show, and I'm gonna kind of redesign how we're setting up the booth to display more of the bags, because the little bags that I had in the baskets, I think a lot of people didn't even like go in there and touch them or anything. So I think they'd be more visible if they were hanging. The ones that were hanging on the closet doors got a lot of attention. They were right in the front of the booth, so it was a non-committal thing to walk by and look at them and, you know, touch them and everything on the hooks. So I think that's a really good way to display all of the bags if I had room, you know, for all the bags. And my sister found this like collapsible, you know, wire system that we could use for the booth. So we'll give that a shot next time, and I'll share that with you. And I have some footage to share with you also of me walking around the craft fair and just kind of the whole vibe of the thing. But so that was fun, and whew, got that done. So now I can focus back on the Christmas stuff for a bit and get some of that going. So I feel very blessed that the weather worked out the way it did for the craft show as well. It was raining the night before and scheduled to rain until like up until 9 o'clock when the craft fair started. So I was just really panicking about that, trying to move everything I have into a Tupperware bin. I have most of my things in a Tupperware bin, but some of the things weren't. So trying to scramble and repack everything. And then just worried about everything getting wet, the ground being soggy. So it stopped raining right about when we started packing up the car. So perfect timing, stopped raining, got the car loaded, got over there, got unloaded, and it was super simple with 3 people. It was like really fast and really easy to unload and get everything set up. So first thing up was the pop-up, just to make sure in case it started raining again that we were covered. And then was worried about rain later in the day, like rain going sideways and hitting the bags. So I just kind of let go of all that. And the ground wasn't too soggy, so that was nice. I didn't feel like people were going to be sloshing around in the grass or anything. And then we had a nice turnout too. I was worried that the rain would keep people away. but it had already, stopped raining hours before the event started. So had some really nice foot traffic, a lot of people coming through, which was really nice because I didn't really see any advertising for the show, but it's an annual show and I think everybody who lives near the city knows about it. The same people come every year. And a lot of vendors too, so it looked like pretty much all the spots were full. So I'm really glad that I did the show. And then we were worried that there was gonna be a big thunderstorm, but the thunderstorm wasn't supposed to be till after we packed up, which was really good. So we were able to pack up, get home, get everybody off. And then it turned out that the storm didn't really hit until 11 at night. It kept moving and moving and moving. So it's just perfect, and I feel really blessed to have the show turn out the way it did. And I have a lot of things to mull over for the next one, and just thinking moving forward, if I'm doing craft fairs at all, there might be one or two of them locally that I would like to do each year, in which case I would have a year to really plan, okay, maybe I just have different products that I bring to the craft fair. I mean, I would still probably bring all the purses just in case somebody wanted to buy them, but the project bags and things like that aren't necessarily, something I need to fill up my car with, when I could be making specific products just for that craft fair, knowing the type of audience that's coming to that craft fair and tailoring it more towards them, and just having that be like a separate, a separate vibe, a separate product line that I don't necessarily sell online. Like the neck pillows are filled with rice. They're like 20 pounds. I can't ship those anywhere. So the only time I'm going to be able to sell neck pillows would be at the craft fair in person, and they can take them home. So, certain products lend themselves to an in-person experience, and certain products lend themselves to selling online. Like all the bags are nice and light to ship. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. I did sell a lot of stuff. It was just a lot of lower price point stuff. So I have to think about that in the future. Especially the next show coming up was quite a pricey booth fee. So whereas this one was a very nice, reasonable booth fee, and wonderful placement on the corner. They gave me like my first choice spot on a corner. So I got a lot of traffic. So we'll see with this next show. I'm hoping it's going to be a younger crowd. Hopefully we can get more subscribers. We didn't really push the YouTube channel as much at this show. It really wasn't the kind of crowd that was going to go on YouTube. But we did talk about the YouTube channel to people and hand out the social media postcards with all my stuff. So hopefully some of you watching were at the craft fair. And if you were, thanks for stopping by. And thanks for stopping by to check out the channel. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, I'm thinking this next crowd is more of the upscale millennial crowd. So we might be getting some more viewers from that show. In which case, that's great. You make connections at the show, even if somebody doesn't buy something. They get to see your smile and they get to see your business name. And maybe they visit your website later, or maybe they come and check out your YouTube channel. So it's all great cross-pollination. And so I just have to remember that when I'm signing up. Sometimes you just take it personally when somebody just like looks at your stuff as they're walking on by and they don't make eye contact. They don't walk inside the booth and you're like, ugh, like I obviously didn't grab that person, But I'm the kind of person that does that too. I'll slowly scan what's on your table as I'm walking by at the craft fairs. So that's just the way it goes. Not everybody is interested in your stuff. But it is kind of hard to watch that happen, all day as people walk by. But not everybody just walked by. A lot of people came in and talked to us and looked at everything and bought stuff. So yeah, it was just really nice to see everybody's reactions to my products. Several people were sewists and said how wonderfully the products were made and the quality of the craftsmanship, so that was nice to hear. and just nice to see everybody reacting to the cute kind of fabrics that I gravitate towards as well. So, and special shout out to Denise. Thank you, Denise. Denise is my number 6 subscriber, number 1 fan, and she stopped by the fair and bought one of the larger purses. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it, and looking forward to seeing it out in the wild. So we also probably in the next episode we'll be sewing the tree pieces down to the background fabric and putting the dowel in and hanging it up. Oh, this is also going to be what we're hanging the dowel from, so we can put it on the wall. So we'll get that going, sewing the buttons on the tree, and you know, and all of that is a way to push off doing the felt ornaments. So we'll do that. We'll work on the felt ornaments also. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Oh, we gotta draw a winner. Now, most of the people entered in here are obviously not going to watch this video, but I have their contact information. So I just thought it would be fun to draw one with you. So we get them all separated here, mixed up. We have quite a few entries, which is good. You're always worried when you put this on the table, you know, it's an expensive prize. And then if only 2 people fill it out, you're like, I got 2 email addresses for the $60 prize here. Okay, we have chosen somebody. And it is Tony Smith. All right, if you are Tony Smith, I will be sending you an email if you are watching. And you have won the bag. So you won the bag. Oh, if I can get in there. You won the bag and the skein of yarn. And if you're not a knitter or crocheter, hopefully you know somebody in your family who is, and it's going to be a nice Christmas present for somebody. But great, so I will contact you and get the prize to you. I can, probably easiest way is to ship it, but that's great. So I'm glad I have a winner, and then I have email addresses for everybody else, and I'm putting together an email list so I can send people updated information, like when I update my shop online, or if I'm going to a craft fair like this next craft fair, I can send all these folks an email. Oh, it was nice to meet you at Lemon Tree Corner. It was nice to meet you at Lollipop Lane. I'm also doing this other craft fair if you're interested in taking a look, or you know, you can visit my website if there was a particular bag that you were interested in and you just, you know, couldn't make a decision that day. You can feel free to check out the website and, you know, purchase something off of there. So I think that's going to be really good to have all of these contacts and just growing the business. That's what we're doing.
I'm writing Christmas postcards out by the pool. It's 70 degrees in the shade and the breeze is cool. Yeah.
booth all set up. And I have all my little purses and the little cards with all my info. And then these worked out good because they're right on the edge. So everybody can look at the purses without committing to anything and they touch the purses and draws them in with all the pretty colors. And I brought all the neck pillows. So we have some Christmas and Halloween. And Halloween's going to be over for the next craft fair. So.
Early for the next house.
And my sister's helping out today. Thank you, Kelly. And we got all the progress keepers. Those have been the hot ticket item today. All the progress keepers. And the boo-boo packs too.
Wait, so did you lift up the show? So which one is this?
This is the Metro double zip pouch.
That's what that one looks like. Which one did you say you didn't show? Pencil bags?
Oh, these big. Oh yeah, the pencil bags were very early in the channel, so
They are cool though.
you guys have not seen those.
These ones?
Yeah, I think those ones I haven't made before the channel. Most of the large purses I made before the channel started.
So which ones? Like this one? This one's cute. I love
Yeah.
the purple. I love the orange and blue.
Yeah, I think the orange and blue I made on the channel, but this was beforehand. And this is one of my favorite patterns because it's got the pockets. This one has an outside
Hidden zipper pouch
Yep.
inside. That's where I store all my hundreds.
And this one's fun because it's got a little handle.
Put rocks
The
in
big
them.
ones.
Even works with large arms.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one. That one's probably one I will make again.
Are you guys going to go race?
I love these ones. I got one of these last couple years ago. You guys were smart. I didn't think about that. And another bag person. Oh, those are very pretty. I like that fabric. It's nice. Oh, and I love these. I bought one of these for my mom and then bought one of these for myself.
That the salt would be the smaller one because it's
She uses old salt and pepper
powerful.
shakers.
This pepper is like the one that you always have to fight to get out. I don't know.
And they're all unique.
I could be totally wrong.
Oh. I love this.
No, that's good.
Oh, how cute. Okay, so here is the finished product. Can't see it really well on camera here. Maybe I'll try my phone camera. There we go, that's better. So you can see this is the fire side of the fire and ice. And we've got our sky here with the blue and white, and then down here with the orange or red and yellow. And then the little swoops on the sides. And then turn the whole thing around. Let's see, other side has the blue star. So really pretty, and you can see it's a nice like swan shaped lamp with a really pretty base. Just very unique and a very fun project to work on with my sister. I think we're going to end the vlog here with our little foxy friend back there. Still here. This is actually a real pumpkin that I found at the store. He's losing all of his green. The whole bottom was green, which is why I got him. And then this is a pumpkin I got last year. Kind of looks like a ceramic pumpkin, but it's really lightweight. So that's cute. Got our little fall scene going on here. So I hope you enjoyed this short vlog week with the craft fair. I'm very relieved to have it behind me. You know, it was a lot of work, and I feel more prepared for the one next month. And we have some thoughts on how to make the displays better and what to do next time. So looking forward to that. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for spending time with me. I really enjoy having you here, chatting with you as I'm working on projects. And I hope you enjoy it too. So I'm sending you warm hugs and sweet dreams. Love you. Bye.